Today I am going to talk about the book The Death of Mrs. Westaway. I just finished it. It's by Ruth Ware. She has written The Girl in the Cabin 10, Liar Liar. I think that was one of her books. Or The Lying Game, maybe? In a Dark, Dark Wood, The Lying Game, and The Woman in Cabin 10. So this was a book that I believe it is new. Let's see, 2018. So May 2018, so it is new. I just bought it about a month ago, so I bought it in June. It was only a month old. I just finished it. I finished it in about probably 2 weeks, but I'm reading other books as well. I must say that I'm not a huge fan of hers, although I've read everything. I'm not, I didn't love The Girl in Cabin 10. I liked The Lying Game, but that was the very first book I ever read by her, and it wasn't something that I was like, I'm not looking to go out and get just her books. And I didn't even realize it was the same author until I just happened to see on the back, once again, the author of The Woman in Cabin 10 delivers Mega Chills, People magazine. I don't think this was a mega chill book. It was kind of a mystery, but not even really. I mean, the big mystery is who the mother is of this girl. So basically, there's this girl, Harriet Westaway, who is known as Hal for some reason. I don't know how you get Hal out of Harriet, but that's what people call her, and she's a tarot card reader, and she gets this note saying that she needs to go to this will reading because this lady has requested her presence there. So when she goes to this other town, even though she doesn't have any money, she puts it on her debit card, I guess, and wherever she's from, it still goes through even though she doesn't have money. I'm a little confused on that. I believe this must be in England again. I think most of her books are located there. So she's in debt to a loan shark, which I, again, was a little confused because she only borrowed $500, but she's already paid back $2,500 and she still owes $3,000 or something like that. So she figures, hey, I'm going to go because I owe all this money, so maybe I'll come into some money. So when she gets there, she realizes that, yes, she is, at first they say, yes, she's owed $3,000 for all of the grandchildren, and it's assumed that she's one of the grandchildren. But then once she gets there, she realizes quickly that there's been a mistake, that she's not actually a grandchild, that she believes that she's the daughter of one of the girls that grew up in this big, huge mansion. And I guess she was a cousin or something, a great cousin or a cousin, I don't know, but she grew up with one of the kids. But the mother was really mean and strict, and I don't know what happened to the father, Mr. Westaway. But okay, sorry about that. Okay, so the rest of this video is going to be spoilers, so if you obviously don't want to know spoilers, then don't continue because it's going to be spoilers. I was a little bit confused with this book because, it was all the way to chapter 45, basically, before I kind of figured out what was going on. And and I knew who her father was because of something that they said early on, and I was like, well, did they mention that? I don't think they mentioned that. And then turned out that he didn't mention that, which was, he said, oh, poor Maggie getting plowed down right in front of her house like that, and nobody ever mentioned that she was plowed down in front of her house, and Maggie would be her mother. But then turns out through diaries in this big, huge mansion that she goes to, she finds out that Maggie, was her mother, and she was the cousin or whatever But then Maggie wasn't the person that raised her. Yeah, the person that raised her was called Maggie, and she thought it was her mother, but that person that raised her was a twin and had two other siblings, but they weren't, she didn't give birth to her. She was her aunt, but she was raising her as her own because the mother, who was also named Maud, aka Maggie, um, she went to go confront the father of this girl, Harriet, and tell him that she was that he was the father and she wanted money and she wanted him to have stuff to do with, like, pay child support and like get to know her now that she was 18 and everything. And then he killed her instead, I guess. Um, and the girl raising her was her twin, but his twin. But I'm just a little confused because I don't know how the twin died. If he killed the twin and then he also killed the other lady. In a minute, okay, baby? I don't know if he killed the twin and he also killed the cousin at the boathouse. I'm just a little confused by that. I mean, I reread this chapter a couple times, and it says her mother was Maud. Maud. There was no other explanation. The girl in these photos, Ezra's twin, growing up alongside him at Tresipin, which was the big house, was Hal's mother. It was unmistakable, and yet it made no sense. It had to be true. So, which meant her Hester Westaway was her grandmother. It meant that the will was valid. But then I'm just still really confused, because if that's the fact, then was it the twin that gave birth to her? Or was it, I don't know, unless the twin adopted her? Anyways, in the will, she gets the house. She doesn't get any money, but she gets the house and the property and everything worth billions of dollars, even though it's run down. And then there's this really old crotchety lady that lives there. But it turns out in the end, the crotchety old lady wasn't what she was saying, like, oh, get out and you're not wanted here and blah, blah, blah. Those were not words to scare her away. It was words to get her away because she was in danger because her father was there and that her father had killed all these people. I don't actually know. I'm a little confused, like I said, and I don't like to be confused when I read a book. I mean, that's not a good thing. So if anyone has read this and you've gotten this far, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm confused. I need to know what I just read. All in all, I'm going to give this a 2.5 out of 5. So 2 stars out of 5. Probably. Maybe 3. I don't know if you can do 2.5. If I can do 2.5, I'll give it 2.5. If not, I'll lean towards a 3. Because it did keep me interested, and I did want to know what was going on. But once I did find out what was going on, again, I'm confused. And, I mean, in the end, the dad tries to kill her for some reason, and because she found out that she was his, instead of, like, welcoming her. I don't know. And then he kills this lady, the housekeeper, who was supposed to be like a mother figure to him. None of it really made any sense to me. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell button if you want to know when there's more videos. I have a bunch of books that I'm looking forward to reviewing, as well as we're going to be doing some giveaways on this channel. I have 5 authors that contacted me, 5 different authors, that I'm going to be reading their books, reviewing them, and I'm going to give them away. So make sure you are tuned in for that. Have yourself a fantastic day. Bye.